On this episode, we add more parts to this F250 and hopefully it runs. I cross my fingers, I hope it runs. If you haven't seen this F250, we've been working on this thing for a while. We got it off some rather sketchy people on Marketplace for $1,000 and some whiskey, which is why lately I've been calling this thing the Whiskey 250. Previously, we had taken out all the smog things, including the smog pump. The thing about these engines, these 460s, when they had all the smog stuff in it, they changed the heads. So the heads are, you know, smog era heads. The distributor is set, started the timing 8 degrees. It's just a mess, right? And then the carburetor is just weird. We already put a new carburetor on it. We took out the smog components. So now we have some shiny new parts to slap on this thing and hopefully it runs. So what parts did we get, you might ask? New distributor, new water neck, because the one that's there is too tall for the distributor, and timing set. We have a lot to take off here. We have to take off the radiator, the fan shroud, the fan, the water pump, alternator, AC pump, pretty much the whole front of the engine just to get to the timing set. What to do first? Radiator? Let's start with the radiator. The fan shroud is unbolted, radiator is unbolted. Obviously I made a mess. Let's get the radiator out. Careful not to make more mess. Next, fan shroud. Come on, fan shroud. We'll get this clutch fan out of here and then we'll start working on all these brackets. Okay, fan's off. I'm really thinking about getting like an electric fan because big ass metal fan in here was stitchy shit. Now I can get to all these brackets, start taking these brackets off, including the smog one. I got to leave that one on, but let me get all the belts off and all of these brackets off real quick. Bring you guys back. All right, we got the alternator out, fan, some of the belt, and we just need the power steering pump come off, and then I can get the water pump off, and then the timing chain. There's a lot of shit, man. All right, well, let's get this one off right here and then we can keep going. All the bolts came out pretty easily for the water pump. One wants to stay there, but like my dad always says, what you were born there, keep that bad boy up. That did it. Man, this thing is really on there. Let's give it the old earth pounder. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that scared me. I thought it broke. Remember when I said I thought it broke? It did. So now I have one broken bolt we have to deal with. Let's get this water pump off. There's one more bolt. Here we go. We got the water pump off and all the rest of the stuff up here. Now we just have to take this piece off. So I'm gonna go get some power tools because I'm done fucking around. We already broke one bolt, so I don't care anymore. So we're gonna get this whole pulley thing off right here. Then we're gonna take that off, the balancer, and then we can take off the rest of the timing cover so we can get to the timing chain finally. After all of this, it's so weird how far back that engine sits. So weird. So we're quite a ways in order for me to take off, you know, the cover right here. I have to take this guy off. Whether you do this one is, well, it'll move back and forth in here. It has a little keyway right here that prevents it from going back. The way that I'm gonna do it, I put the bolt back in and I'm just gonna use a screwdriver. So pry it back a little bit and it just comes out. A little keyway thing comes off. There you go. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we got all the rest of the stuff off. The bolt that was stuck was like right here. That bolt, since it's stuck in here, it's holding the cover on. I have a screwdriver in the back right there. I have a pry bar going on this side, and I'm heating the bolt up again so I can loosen it up. That way we can get it off. It's taking a while, so I'm taking a beer break. I'll get back to this right now. But this bolt is a pain in the ass right now. It'll never be so easy, right? All right, we got all the bolts off. and now it comes out, and it came off in pieces because I'm dumb and I probably forgot one, which is very common, I guess, for me because I'm impatient sometimes. So I gotta get a new cover. Let's get the slack. A lot of slack. So let's get this guy off right here. We'll be able to get this timing chain off, this timing set off, and then we'll put the new one on. So we got it all off. There's a 9/16 bolt that goes right there. It's hard to do with one hand, of course. Hold on, let me get this thing off. Okay, so here we have the two timing chains. This one's the original timing chain, and this is the one we got from Summit. This one first. This one, you can see that where the main, gear right here indexes, it's on like right center, right? So if you go down to this bottom gear, you'll see that where it indexes, it's not straight up. This is why I say that it's retarded 8 degrees. So they bring the timing back 8 degrees for, I don't know, fuel savings or something. If you look at this one where it indexes, it goes straight to the point right here. And this one down here, we have an option to either set it at 0, and that is pointing straight up. We can retard the timing up to 8 degrees, or we can advance the timing up to 8 degrees, but we're just going to keep it at 0 because we're not using it for racing or anything. Plus, I don't know what that means anyway, so we're just going to leave it at 0. We're going to put everything back in. This one is also a double roller. Well, this one is whatever this is. So it's going to be a good upgrade. Let's put this thing back in. A new timing chain installed, and it went from loosey-goosey to tighty-whitey. Okay, next we have this and this to replace. So let's get this guy off. We'll start pulling all the plugs off, and then we'll pull this thing off and pull that out, and then we'll replace those. Which is a lot easier than that. Now I have to wait because I kind of broke the cover. But whatever, let's get that thing off. Here's the old garbage that we just took off. Here's the water neck, which is weirdly tall, and it has all these plugs and stuff on it. And here is our distributor that is curved at 8 degrees, so we don't need that. So for the water neck, instead of this guy, we got this low boy. This one has a plug on the top, which we don't need, so we're gonna plug it. Good thing it came with the plug that I just lost. Instead of that gigantic thing right here, we got something cooler in this box just out of sight. We have ourselves styrofoam. I'm just kidding. We have this. This is a GM HEI style distributor for Ford Big Block, which is what we're going to be putting on this Ford, because this one is not curved with that 8 degree thing, and it's a lot easier. You just wire up the power to it and it's all good. So it's a lot easier to do. So we're going to put this in that water neck, and I have to go and try to find the timing cover because I broke it. So let me go and put this in the truck. I'm gonna go put this in right now. This is where we at so far. We got the water neck on, we have the distributor on, and it clears, which is good. We got the new timing chain. The only problem was that when I was taking off the timing cover, I was trying to rush it and I got a little angry and I broke it. And I had to buy another one. I was gonna get a seal anyway, but I didn't want to buy the whole thing because now we're out $100. I found it on Rock Auto, and for the same price that you can get the timing cover by itself here at like O'Reilly's or something, I got the timing cover and a water pump. And this water pump probably will work. It's been sitting around for a really long time, so I might as well change it. And plus it was the same price for these two that it would be for one of these local. You know, I haven't done a mental health moment in a while. That timing cover incident, that is a perfect time to bring one up. If you start getting aggravated or just angry and you start trying to rush things, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna break your timing cover, and it's gonna cost you $100. Take your time, relax, and it'll go good. But as for now, we're gonna wait for parts for this truck. Once we get the timing cover on, then we can put back the alternator, the power steering, and the AC condenser pump, whatever. And then we can get that all put back together. I'm gonna try to flush the radiator with the garden hose in a little bit. For now, that's all. It's getting really hot, and I gotta go run some errands. Thanks for hanging out this week. We'll see you guys next time.